Good day for fishing. Fish is needed. Yeah, I'm just casting out cleanly, trying to catch perch since I arrived. It's fine. Here they all come quickly to your bucket. I'll catch so many, you can't even imagine. I'm passing it on. Oh, what a perch, yeah. It'll swim away further. Look at that experience. Let's get a bag. The bucket is already too small, and I'm pulling it in. There's a school of about 100 coming in behind it. Here's another one. And look how many will come after it now. There, do you see? Here they are. Here they are, here they are, all right next to each other. Can you see it? In short, ultralight, casting under the bush, right under me. Whoops, over there. A couple of movements. And immediately poke on the fly. On the fly. And the rain just started. They say you can't catch fish in the rain.
Yes.
Predator. Got it, both of them. Found it. Hey everyone, I headed out to fish in a small river with my ultralight gear. It's just such a beautiful early morning, around 6 o'clock. By the time I got here, the sun is shining bright and it's beautiful, guys. Birds are flying around, it's a frog paradise. As I like to call it, the frogs have woken up and are croaking. We're just going to try to catch everything today with spinning. We'll be testing different lures, perch, pike, whatever we can get, basically. We're going to fish for everything today. It's our season. Rain. A window of opportunity opened up, so I immediately rushed out to fish, so to speak. Just look at the spread I got. In the morning, I don't know what they found over there. You probably see it in the mud, but I know that they found the guys. They're packing their beaks and getting ready to build their nests. They figured out what they're doing. They're just working right now. Actually, this little bridge here, and underneath it you can see a bunch of nests. They all fly in there and build their nests. So what did they find there? Stream material. They found something for themselves over there. That's how the birds are working. You see, they're looking for this kind of weather to build their nests. It's the first time I've seen something like this. I've seen the nests. Of course, those swifts. Yeah, who makes them there? If I'm wrong, correct me. What kind of birds are those? Well, how exactly they gather, it's the first time I've seen it like this. I see it like this. Can you imagine what tough guys they are? How much work does this require to build such a fiery hole? Today I'm using the Azura Sofina X rod. One of my favorite rods in its price range. It's something between ultralights and lights. Although by the test it's more like a light, but because of its fast action, I would say the rod is quite versatile. If it says up to 6 grams, guys, I actually threw 7 grams in overload. So yeah, everything was good. The rod held up, so I really want to say that this rod doesn't mind the overload. Specifically, for this rod, I have a reel. Azura. Fortran? No. It's also Azura, but with a name like Ford Ranio 2000. And a very, very thin line to maximize the casting distance. And a very, very thin line to maximize the casting distance. Friends, all the links will be in the description, for the rod and for the reel. For those interested, go ahead and check it out. According to the scales, guys, I will initially put 3 grams of tungsten now, because the wind is starting to rise. I think 3 grams will be just about right. So, all we need to grab are the keys. Besides that, of course, pick up the most popular baits, yes. We'll take the ones we'll be fishing with today. And basically, we don't need anything else at all. We grab the lures and off we go. Yeah, a cloth. And I need a cloth to wipe my hands from the fish, especially after the rain on the road. You understand what I mean. Except, of course, a Jeep can get through. And a car like that can pass without any major issues. The road is full of starlings. Oh, who are you being careful there? I'm about to cast now. The rod is just amazing. And this reel is excellent. I mean, it all harmonizes well. The balance is great. Everything is just superb. Well, here comes the first cast. Let's go. 2-inch bait I'll show you later, which is the first request. How to say, always the most important. Should I understand what is happening with the fish if it is here? Is there even any fish? The main thing is to make sure the starlings don't hit my line and to see how active the fish are. That's the most important part. Because you can come and make a dozen casts, but if there are no fish, then what's the point? It would be a waste of time to come all this way for nothing. It turns out you shouldn't have come. With a pause, it seemed like it was just some grass with these little taps. As I said, the tip of the rod tapped a bit, then I pulled it through. It's taking a while. We're not waiting. Someone doesn't want to bite on the first cast, they're scared. They say that if you catch something on the first cast, then you won't catch anything else after that. But I don't believe that. I just pulled it out because I had some grass stuck on it. It got snagged. You see, just a little piece of grass and that's it. But there were no bites. So let's try to move over to this side and cast here. Because over there, there's nothing good. It's a bust, I would say. We don't cast further away from the birds because here they have developed something since the morning and I don't want to cause them any trouble and I hope they won't get in my way. So guys, here is the first perch. Look, he is a handsome fellow. As he comes from the bridge, a flying friend. He took the bait. Not bad, but I think 3 grams. A bit too much. The perch is pretty passive today, even though he swallowed it. The bait went right into his mouth, deep down, and now he's barely letting me release it. Let's go. He flew back. Someone's saying from the bridge, don't cast, the perch are biting. Guys, the height here is actually less than it seems on camera. It's really low here, so nothing will happen to it at all. Another cast, guys. And what I want to say is that during one retrieve I feel some bites. But bites, 10 out of them are mostly not actual bites. It's just that the swifts are beating their wings. These birds indeed are beating their wings. And you can't tell the difference. And it was either a perch that hit or a bird, because here only flies below. But you simply cannot catch each one and visually look at the line. Yeah, well, it still feels like a perch. You automatically set the hook trying not to catch a bird. Another beauty, come here. The perch is short, guys. But during one retrieve, I had 10 bites. It's just that he's kind of short. Look, this perch is short and fat. Can you believe it? A short, fat one took such a big bait. During one retrieve, I had 10 bites. Because the swifts keep hitting the line. For hours. Let's try this lure in a purple color. We'll make a few casts with it. First of all, let's put on a smaller hook like this one. And a 2-gram weight. If you look closely, you can see the splashes of fish somewhere out there. Here we have those splashes. We need to cast further to try. Maybe that perch is chasing the bleak. Let's give it a try. Maybe that little perch is chasing the bleak. And try to break through the water column from below everywhere. Yes, as I said, perhaps the perch is chasing the bleak quite well. And right away the catch was pretty good. That little perch is quite a nice one. Here's a little piglet. This one is definitely for the perch. Looks like... There he was, hitting it in the water column, our fish, and here it is. Oh, a good one. Good one. A little bite. Good day for fishing. Need fish. Yeah, I'm just letting it go. I just got to Luca. It's normal. Yeah. We didn't have such little hands. Not there, but I found it on the plate for the roach. What will it be? For everything. Summer. There's summer, which is something I don't like. In particular, fishing with 2 weeds is very effective. A lot of weeds are getting caught on our bait. You pull it out and it's a wall, and if it's a wall, there won't be any bites. On the opposite side, you can see the herons walking around. The main thing is that it shouldn't be raining. I came here when it was sunny. Right now the weather is really overcast, so I can't come out here. I'll have to go through the field and the forest. You could say, making my way through. In response, you really need to fish in a cooler way than just like that. We made the cast, pulled the line down, we lowered it, we can step back and observe, because honestly it's cool that you're not doing any retrieval. I immediately caught one just right under you. The perch is biting, different sizes, big and small. You're just fishing straight down. And it's hiding here. How else can you retrieve right under you? Yeah, there's no way you can do it. So I just tossed it from the edge, whoops. You can just put it right under the bridge, right there, underneath it. Just tapped it a little and that's it. I lowered it to the bottom. I tapped, no bite, I tossed it up. So the twitching, as I said, we make the cast, drop it a little and tap it a bit. We tossed it up, again tapped it. We tap the line like this so the bait is on the bottom. Then we lifted it a bit with the tip and dropped it again. Then we hear a light tap. We've got a little perch hanging there, just like I said. A light tap, we've got a perch hanging there. There's some fish coming out. Is there a perch there, right? There, yeah. But a good decent perch. Here it is. My chaburashka fell off though. The perch is hanging straight down, just like I said. We caught some, and that's it. Yeah, the fishing today isn't great. It's not great for you either, huh? Overall, it's about the whitefish. The perch is also weak. Now we're going back under the bridge. To the column. We'll pull it out from under the little bridge. Yes. Not a bad catch. Nice one. Oh, look at all the fish behind it. Oh my gosh, guys. A school of perch has arrived. Yes. How much fish? How much fish? Oh my gosh, I found them. Here they are. Here they all are. Quick, bring your bucket over here. Let's go. I'm going to catch so many for you right now, you won't believe it. A school of them has come over there. When you see it, you're just going to be amazed. Look quickly. Next, this one will get away. Look at this perch. Huge. There are about 50 of them that showed up. Yeah, now look at the water over there. Look at the water. If we're lucky right now, there's just a whole herd of them over there. I just caught one. And there are about 50 of them that came in after it. I honestly have never seen anything like this before. I just haven't seen them before, that's how I pull it. There's a school of about 100 following it. Here's another one, and look at how many are going to come after it now. Do you see them? There they are, right next to it, can you see? Look, there they are swimming close by. Look. There they are swimming close by. That's it, yeah. Now I'm pulling it out quickly. What do you think of the perch? A shovel. A shovel, huh? Just a shovel. I can't even get it off the hook, damn it. I'm passing it over. Oh, what a perch, right? Well, I'm just here, and it's going to be screaming, or not screaming. I'm just in shock myself. You see what's going on. I'm pulling him, and behind him. What's the flock there? There is no silicone. This is the last grey one I have left. As always, out of spite. Cool. No, you are looking at this. If you are lucky, now there is none. I will run to change it. Finding them is key. Another similar one. Let's take a look. Here's another one. It's almost the same. Get rid of the ultralight, cast it under the bush right at your feet. A couple of moves and then bam, right on the fly. Right away. Let's use the bag. The bucket is too small. No. Then let's fill up the whole bucket. Yeah, so how long have I been looking for it? I've been walking here for 2 hours already. I think I'll leave. And then in one spot like this, just spam one after another. This is called a schooling fish. OP, he snatches it right on the fly. I don't even have time to lower it. Yes, I caught it again. Look. I just cast it out. Well, compared to the others, this one is small enough to let it live, right? Not the right size. Guys, the perch is just great at catching fish. You throw a plumb line from a bridge, a school comes out behind it. They rush at each other, and if one grabs the bait, it starts moving its head. Yes, he took it in his mouth and began to move his head. Others immediately came running to this commotion. Your task is simply to quickly remove the bait, change it, adjust it, remove the perch and throw it in the same place, while the fish is standing there, because it can really quickly get away. So, the task with this school, which is really of this size, yeah, it's not huge, just a small school, but it's dense, tightly packed like this. Yeah, it's a small school, but it's tightly packed. So, about the weather, the perch has started to gather like this, all clustered together. Yeah, he's eating, but he's in a school. And finding that school on the water is quite difficult. So we keep hammering away until the bite stops. In short, a break. A break. Wow. It's just a blast. Got it? It's on. A blast, guys. A blast. Here I am. It's falling. Alright, so what's going on with the fish here? I managed to catch a few, yeah. And some smaller ones and some bigger ones. And good windows. In short, this is just what we need. On such a good bite, you don't often get a couple more though. It was just awesome. Yes. Here it is. That's why I came here. Got it. Right away, both of them. Let's get the bucket back. I'll fill it up for you now. You can stay close, just keep filming and that's it. I don't know what they're doing over there, but it seems like they're coming from the whole river. They've arrived. And it started to rain just now. They say that you can't catch fish when it rains. Yeah, a predator. Well, that's a surprise. Alright, let's catch the last one now and then we'll head out, because honestly we won't be able to stay much longer. Where is it? Here's the wanderer hiding from us. Oops. It hid from us. Oops. Pause. So you're already sitting there, haha, and then you like flew back. Yes. Oh, the redfin. So guys, here's the deal. While it was raining, the perch was biting really well. So at first I was looking for it. The weather was getting worse and worse and there was nothing. It started drizzling. And I thought, that's it, we're done. Because the road is terrible. We need to pack it up and head home. What do you think? Everything actually went the other way. As soon as the drizzle started, the perch went wild. I found a school. You throw the bait there and there are a lot of fish after it. 20 perch in the water column. You quickly cast back into the same school, adjust the bait, fix it up and put on a new one. Any bait worked really well for it. This is how you can sometimes catch perch really well while vertical fishing. But before that, I spent an hour just walking around and saw only a few bites here and there. There was one over there and one over here. I stepped on one and that was it. Then the drizzle stopped and the perch moved somewhere. Actually, it moved and I went around everywhere. I cast from the shore, but I only caught one here and one there. I couldn't find a school. Was it a good time to fish because of the weather? It was like that, or something else. Now the wind has picked up and the bite has slowed down. So you always need to know that you just have to look for perch no matter where you are.